President Muhammadu Buhari has insisted that former public officials who looted public funds will not go unpunished. The president said this while commissioning the new headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in Abuja. He reiterated his commitment to fight against corruption.
It's this very imposing edifice in the Nigerian capital of Abuja that would henceforth serve as the headquarters of the country's anti-graft agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. It's a new addition to the capital city skyline. And it's what has brought President Muhammadu Buhari and all the dignitaries here for its official commissioning. But beyond the commissioning of the building, it's also an avenue for the president to speak about his government's fight against corruption. In his 3 years in power, President Muhammadu Buhari has made anti-corruption the key mantra of his administration. He told his audience here, which includes former South African President Thabo Mbeki, that there would be no let-off in his fight against corruption and going after past leaders of the country suspected of corruption.
This is another milestone in our determined and collective fight against corruption. Throughout my journey in national service, and since 2015, I have made a very conscious decision to pursue a vigorous fight against corruption in public life. Since 2015, I have made significant progress in the fight against corruption. Everyone now knows that corrupt officials will be held to account no matter how long it takes. We have recovered and are still recovering trillions of naira that were stolen in the past few years by people without conscience. We are pursuing recoveries everywhere and are making sure that anyone who has been found culpable is made to answer for his or her crime under the law. It is my hope and expectation that the judiciary, which is a critical stakeholder and partner in the war against corruption, would continue to collaborate with the executive to bring corrupt people to book. Permit me to also seize this opportunity to call on the legislature, which provides the legal framework for the anti-corruption war, to add more verve to the determination of government to rid our nation of the present corruption witnessed in recent years through reviewing archaic provisions in our laws and proactive passage of new legislation.
Since President Buhari took office, the EFCC has been about the busiest government agency in the country. Anti-corruption chief Ibrahim Mago, who heads the commission, says so much has been achieved in the anti-corruption war in the about 3 years that the government has been in power.
We have intensified our engagement with civil societies, religious groups, and women and youth as part of our preventive strategies in the fight against corruption. We have also made strides in our prosecution effort, which are yielding fruitful results. This year alone, from January to date alone, we secured 89 convictions so far to date. We have secured, within the 2 years and a half, 486 convictions from November 2015 to date. We have recovered in different currencies and so far have recovered more than 500 billion naira.
Yakubu Dogara commends the EFCC for the job it has done so far. He however charged the commission to step up its commitment in the battle against corruption.
The emphasis must not move to those wonderful men and women who are sacrificing too much in order to fight corruption. Of course, we expect that the officers and men of EFCC should be angels. That's not a misplaced expectation, except to remind us that angels inhabit the heavens. They don't live in hell. And when you have an angel that is banished to hell, you have a demon. And demons cannot lead this fight. they will mess it up. So, Mr. President, we have the added responsibility of taking measures to insulate officers, men, and staff of this agency from temptations. And that means that we have to better their condition of service.
The Nigerian government is currently pursuing high-profile corruption cases against former public officials, including a former National Security Advisor, Sambo Dasuki, and former military chiefs, amongst others. The cases are still pending before several courts across the country.